Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are going to completely shift our perspective. When we think about space tech, it's just so easy to picture the massive rockets or those gleaming solar panels, right? But today, we're looking way past the metal and the rocket fuel. We are diving into the hidden framework that makes every single piece of it work. And that is the systems engineering mindset. So let's explore exactly how understanding complex systems is basically a modern tech superpower, whether you're aiming for the stars or building something incredible right here on Earth.
Okay, let's kick things off with a highly relatable and honestly a totally fair question that I know so many engineering students ask themselves. They wonder, if I may never design an entire satellite in my career, why do I actually need to learn how they're designed? It's a really great point. I mean, if you're going to spend your entire career writing software or crunching data, why bother learning the nuts and bolts of spacecraft architecture? Well, the answer to that question actually unlocks the entire reality of how modern collaborative engineering works.
You see, learning about space systems is about so much more than just building the hardware. It's really about mastering the complete start to finish life cycle of a mission. It's understanding how a really complex idea is conceived in the first place, then how it's integrated with dozens of other intricate parts, and finally, how it's operated and managed once it's actually out there in the incredibly harsh environment of space. So you aren't just learning how to bolt pieces together. You're learning how massive, complex engineering systems actually come to life and survive against all odds. Because let's face it, the days of just a handful of people in a lab building an entire satellite from scratch, those days are long gone. Modern space missions require this massive, incredibly diverse ecosystem. We are talking dedicated, highly trained specialists in communications, navigation, remote sensing, operations, software, cybersecurity, data analytics, defense. I mean, it literally takes an absolute army of distinct talents to make one mission successful. So the big question is, how do all of these brilliant, hyper-focused specialists communicate without the entire project just falling apart? Well, they do it through something called systems thinking. This is a mindset that focuses intensely on the whole system, rather than just zooming in on the individual parts. Think of it as the ultimate project translation tool. Even if you never become a dedicated top-level satellite design engineer, understanding how the entire system operates allows you to be an incredibly effective contributor within those massive teams we just talked about. Basically, you know exactly how your specific piece of the puzzle affects absolutely everyone else's. And in practice, systems thinking is this giant, high-stakes balancing act. Every single engineering decision you make involves some sort of inherent tension. For example, say you need more power for your sensors. Okay, well, now you have to add larger solar panels, but that increases the mass, which then means you're going to need a bigger, much more expensive rocket just to get it into orbit. It's a constant tug of war. You're always weighing risk against reliability and performance against cost. Studying this stuff forces you to confront those universal trade-offs head-on, which gives you a rock-solid framework for making really tough, informed decisions. To make this concept instantly click, think about a medical doctor for a second. A doctor spends years studying the entire human body, right? They have to know how the heart interacts with the lungs and the nervous system. They learn the whole picture, even if they eventually decide to specialize as, say, a cardiologist. Space professionals are exactly the same way. That holistic, big-picture knowledge anchors and informs the specialized, everyday work. You benefit immensely from understanding the whole system, even if your day job ultimately focuses on just one tiny subsystem or a very specific stage of the mission. Now, here is a really fascinating reality check for you. A huge number of space engineers today will never actually build a new satellite from scratch. I know, it sounds super counterintuitive, right? But the industry isn't just about launching brand new things all the time. It is heavily, heavily focused on maximizing the value of the incredible multi-million-dollar technology that we've already deployed into orbit. And realizing that completely shifts our understanding of what a modern space career actually looks like on a typical Tuesday. So if they aren't huddled around designing new satellites, what are they actually doing? Well, they're operating active missions, they're analyzing massive, nonstop streams of data coming back to Earth, they write new software applications, and they integrate new payloads. They're constantly assessing performance and supporting the users back down on the ground. And when you are doing those jobs, a systems engineering mindset is literally your greatest asset. It allows you to deeply understand the strict constraints of the mission you're working with, so you can make much, much better technical decisions on the fly. But you know what the truly beautiful thing about a systems engineering mindset is? It is not confined to orbit. Not at all. The ability to solve incredibly complex problems and navigate intricate trade-offs, Those are universal superpowers. Whether you end up working in aviation, or maybe developing autonomous vehicles, leading defense projects, building advanced robotics, or even managing global telecommunications networks, this holistic, big-picture way of thinking is exactly what drives innovation forward in literally any complex field.
So ultimately, studying all this material isn't just about putting more metal up into the sky. It's really about rewiring how your brain solves problems. So I want to leave you with a question to chew on today. How can you apply a systems engineering mindset to solve the complex problems in your own field? Seriously, take a step back, look at the big picture, and consider how all the seemingly separate pieces of your world actually fit together. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and definitely keep exploring.